Hello, I'm Savannah Haverson, and I'm the Community Relations Representative here at University House Issaquah. Before we start today's presentation, I would like to share a little bit about our beautiful community. University House Issaquah is a premier retirement community located near the foothills of the Cascade Mountains, where residents enjoy access to the nearby Issaquah shopping centers, as well as beautiful views of the Issaquah Alps and the year-round natural beauty of our 2 courtyard gardens. We are honored to be partnered with, with the University of Washington Retirement Association, which gives our residents access to classes through UW's Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Our residents share a passion for knowledge, art, and culture, and a desire to remain active in mind, body, and spirit. If you would like to learn more, please give us a call at 425-557-4200. And now on to our main event. We are honored to host Beth Schmidt, who will be presenting on downsizing to the right side. Beth is a move manager and downsizing specialist at HB Move Management. She has assisted hundreds of clients with their moves. Beth provides an approach and solutions necessary to ensure a successful transition when moving. And now I'll turn this over to Beth.
Good morning, or almost good afternoon. So do we have some, there you go. And I've been working with this company for 16 years, and I love the people and the projects, and they're open to new ideas. I love it. I love it. Hanson Brothers owns our company, basically, and we work together as a team, and it's wonderful. And of course, they've got moving and storage and whatever. We've worked with Era Living for more than 10 years. We love your company and the people, everybody, we do. So today, our seminar goals for today are going to be, when do we start this downsizing? Where do we start this downsizing? And how to start. We'll give you some tips on how to get going. And we do have resources that we can send to you. You'll give us a call, and all the phone numbers and everything will be listed here for you. But that way you don't have to write down every single thing I say. We've got great resources for you to hook you up with people that can help with lots of resources, believe me. So this is my crazy ad. I hate to think of moving. All the closets are packed. Duh. The garage is crammed full. And the attic. We're buried in stuff. Well, that's an apt metaphor as ever there was. So what do we do? This is, what does our company do, etc. We organize, and believe me, if you choose our team to help you, getting started organizing is wonderful. We'll help you downsize and right size what fits, what doesn't fit, where to put it, what to do with it. Donations and recycling. We can help you think of creative donating as well, not just dropping it off at Goodwill. There's all kinds of ideas and solutions, and we've got who to call for what for you. We also do floor planning and move planning, as in move this. We've got labels for it all. We do. Do not move, etc. We can help manage that packing unpacking, labeling everything. We're really good at that. And you'll appreciate it if you were the one to unpack it. You know what's in the box. That's really good. We can coordinate the movers, which is great. They pick up a box and it labels where it goes, et cetera. It's great to have help. It really is. And we coordinate that. And your new apartment, if you need the help, we can unpack, put everything away, and set it up. Make your bed. Get your coffee pot out and ready to use for in the morning. We do a lot of that. And downsizing. This is this big trend, and it's getting even bigger now that COVID is here, because people have a lot more time at home and they're looking at stuff going, what am I doing with this? It's a very big trend. And also one of the tips is we want to use our space more efficiently. And that's part of why downsizing is really a trend, big trend. COVID-19 has changed some of the things, like what we can donate where, or whatever. But I will say one of my reality checks is we need to realize that so many of us are over 50 and we are downsizing and such. So we flooded the market with stuff. And the internet is so popular and it's mainly a part of our lives. So it has changed the pricing on a lot of things, is that there is so much available. So, we used to get $100 a plate for certain rare china. We're not getting $10 a plate now. So things are a little bit different, but there's also gives us more resources online too, as well as in person. I want to say one of the trends, by 2030, 1 of 5 people will be over the age of 85. Shocker. And by 2030, if people over 65 years old that amount of people in the US are jumping by 80%. That's how many people are going to be over 65. Wow. I'm significantly over 65, but never mind. Okay. Downsizing and how to begin. I want to say this. It's unusual, but if you're married and you want to stay married, start with your stuff, not your spouse's stuff. I mean it. I've been there. Yeah, definitely do that. So part of the growing trend and all of that is lots of people are downsizing. And we want you to create a list of what do you want to do? Do you want to keep it? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to donate it, give it away? Family, friends, who knows? And discarding it or recycling it. We need to get a list that you go a walk through your house or your apartment or whatever. You walk through and you make a list in all the spaces, whether it's the closets here or it's all of the drawers in the kitchen. You're going to make a list of what you want accomplished. I want to downsize these 7 drawers in the kitchen. And do I want to keep it? Do I want to sell it? What do I want to do? And so you're going to have a nice tablet that tells your space, what do you want accomplished? You might just pick just this ground floor, first and do the other ones a new list later. But anyway, so I want to tell people use the dot system sometimes. A dot on pick a color. Red is do not move or keep it or whatever. You choose, your colors and what they mean. And I want to say this one more thing. It sounds crazy, but when you get started, a lot of people go for an hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 to start. And that's great. But generally, in my experience and in a lot of other people's experience, after 2 hours, you start to make the wrong decision. And, it might be how many weeks later go, what, where is that? Oh my gosh, what did I do with it? So I'm just saying, yes, you can get started in a couple hours, but you might consider the 15-minute rule later, because you'll do the 15-minute rule over and over again. And what it is, you look at your watch and go, you know what? I got a half an hour until we meet for lunch. You know what? I'll do that 15-minute now. Turn the timer. You got a timer, turn it to 15 minutes, and you start going through that kitchen drawer or going through the bottom floor of this, that, whatever. And at the end of 15 minutes, you stop, you turn it off. Because what happens, and people send me notes all the time, and you know what they say? Thank you. I got it. How many more things done? Thank you. So consider it. I'm just saying, consider it. And by the way, on those friends or whoever, say, could you come pick it up right now? Right away? Okay, what do I do with my stuff? And we've got a paperwork that we will send out to you too, that, gives you lots of information on all of this. Anyway, estate sales is something that, and how it happens is you generally have to have moved, because you don't want 50, 100, 200, whatever people coming through the house that you live in. And most estate sale people won't do it like that. So that's one thing. And we have the names of a number of estate sale people that we have worked with. Generally, you have to, have moved so that they can do the work. And they set it up, they price it in this, and then there's generally a charge, whether it's 35 to 65%. They all have different ones. And then there's the auctions. This one is interesting. They're kind of come and gone over the years, but I will say we've worked with some great auction companies. I mean it. And typically they will come. Well, we just worked with Crawford Auctions a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, they came, looked at everything, tagged everything that they wanted to put in their auction. And then the week later, they came, picked it all up, took it to their warehouse where they have actual auctions there. And then they also do it online. And they also do a huge amount of eBay and other ways of selling your stuff. So auctions are very, very helpful. And we've got great people we can connect you with. That's between you and them, which is kind of nice. Consignment. Consignment works a little differently depending on what you want to consign, but typically they want to see the stuff before they say, yeah, we'll take it, So like if it's clothing you want to consign, well, you know what? You got to bring it to them and they're going to look all through it and maybe keep 10% and you're going to take the rest home. Same thing with music or something like that you might want to consign, but they want to see it. They do. And especially if it's furniture or something like that, sometimes there's a couple of them that will take photos. You show them that, but they want it in perfect condition, no pet scratches, no, it has to be in good condition so that they will consign with it. We give you a name of a number of people that do consignment. And dealers. We have dealers we can refer you to, which is really kind of cool. That you hook up with them. But they're going to generally ask for photos of what it is. And most of them will come out and see and not charge for seeing what you've got. But you're going to send the pictures to make it see that it's worth it, or you'll send them to us and we'll send them off. All right. Dealers. I want to say fit this in here now for donations and otherwise. Consider thriftshopper.com and we'll send you that information. There are thousands of places listed in there. You just type in your zip code and guess what? It lists all the stuff in that area that because you'll fill in if you want to, what you want to donate or whatever, but you'll get the information and it's wonderful to have access to it. Generally pictures, and I will say this, pretty much on donating stuff, almost everybody, somebody is taking everything. They really are. And we can give you the right people and the right connections, et cetera. And when you recycle, guess what? Those old sheets, pillows, bedspreads, stuff like that. Did you ever think of giving it to the SPCA to pause? They want that stuff. They clean it and then they use it for their animals and such. So, I mean, just saying, and you can go to kingcounty.gov solid waste and then thread cycle. So if we have unmatched shoes, torn this, broken that, whatever, clothing and other things, we can put it in, I always say like a 13-gallon white trash bag, put the stuff in it and label it so they can see it, thread cycle. And they do the proper thing with those items. It's not just thrown in the landfill. And we got a great trash guy or recycle guy. We really do. We can refer you to him. And there's a couple others, but I will say his whole team does the proper way of whether it's hazmat, how they're donating it. And every now and then they'll even drop it off at donation. So, we've got good connections for you on all of those things. Okay, so we'll start and get specific. Okay, what do I do with my stuff? Well, let's start with furniture. Reality check is mid-century is selling, but guess what? The Depression era furniture that our parents bought was mass produced, and we even bought some of them. So it didn't hang on to its price. So don't expect to get much for that. Your goal in selling furniture is to make 10% of what you paid cash for. Sometimes you get a little more than that at a consignment store or whatever. And then sometimes you don't get 10%. Reality check. It's not so much the year for an antique, 1920s, Windsor chair, recently as in last fall, sold for $120. But guess what? The copy of that Windsor chair, 1960s copy of that Windsor chair, sold for $2,500. So it isn't so much how old is it, we'll make more money on it, furniture. And I will also say big furniture is hard to sell and even sometimes to donate. We've had a couple of, Goodwill, Salvation Army, a couple of places say, no, it's too big. It just sits here for long because this generation that's coming up, they don't want anything big. And a lot of other people are downsizing and they want to use their space more efficiently and they don't want big. So we got to work on that one. I will say this one more. A Walter Lamb patio chair, one of those, you sit and lay in it and it looked like it almost had metal across that. I'm thinking specifically of the Walter Lamb, but guess what? That 1960s chair sold for $2,000+. So, okay. Well, and we'll give you information on furniture too. Clothing. Ask yourself, when was the last time I wore this? So consider sorting your clothing into maybe 3 sections. Keep this, I don't know, and get rid of it. 3 sections. I also say if you want to do it pretty fast, like in maybe 20 minutes to half an hour, sorting your clothing, do what we call the reverse coat hanger project. Reverse coat hanger. Here, we all put our hangers on the rod like this, like that. Okay. For the reverse coat hanger thing is turn all of them around, hang them all the other way. And that way, whenever you wear it, you put it back on the hanger and reverse it so that you can see the regular way we hang it, that you did wear it. because then you can see, okay, it's been 6 months. I didn't wear any of these. What was I thinking? Time to consider donating some clothing. When was the last time I wore it? And if you think you can consign these clothing, remember, they want it to look as though, or it was recently dry cleaned. It has to be, in great condition. It does. So your clothing will sell in an estate sale. It'll definitely sell at some auctions. It's something else to consider, maybe giving some things to Mary's Place, and we can get you that information, or Dress for Success. It's an idea. And if the damaged things are, that's when you do the thread cycle. Clothing, ask yourself, if I was right now at the store this very minute, would I buy this again? If the answer is, I don't know, maybe not, then buy, donate, or sell it. Okay, moving on into kitchen items. Okay, they definitely sell at the estate sales. They definitely will sell at auctions. But I will say they're great to donate. So in your process, you're going to be downsizing in your kitchen. Take out all the duplicates. Really, do you need 28 mugs, coffee mugs? Really? 28? Okay. It's China and things like that are, like I say, aren't bringing much money right now. They aren't, because our kids say no to stuff. I don't want that coffee table, and I don't want any of these dishes. Okay, that's upsetting to me. But I will say, the duplicates can perfectly be donated, and I say put them in a box, small box, don't make anything heavy, back of your car, so that when you are by a donation place, you can drop it off right then, and you've made some headway. The internet has really lowered the prices of what things are worth, especially on kitchen items and China and stuff like that, because there is so much out there. So, but it's a good thing to sell, and it's a good thing to donate. Okay. Books. I want to tell you about Seattle Bookman. I am not kidding you. This is a great help. You give them a call, tell them what you got, and they'll come and get them and take them, And every now and then, we'll give you their address and you can verify you can drop stuff off. But I will say, books do sell at auctions. They do sell at, they don't sell much at auction, but they will sell at your estate sales, et cetera, like that. And in some auction, yeah, definitely. But I will say, we had a customer that we had moved many years ago, and she called, her husband had passed away, and he was a professor, and he had a whole entire room of German books. And we just said, would you be interested in that? We just called the UW. Would you might be interested in this? They said, absolutely. The next day, I think they sent 4 or 5 guys, packed them all up, hundreds, and took them. She felt fabulous about it. It got done. It wasn't heavy. They did it. So I always say we can do all kinds of things with books, but I will say also the libraries they were not taking many, last year. They're back to taking some, not too many. You can give them a call before you go donating them there. But I will say, Mangus Books, buys, sells, trades. We'll give you that information. And Goodwill, they want stuff, books too, and so does Salvation Army, etc. Books we're still liking them. I still read them. So, all right. By the way, where's this picture? Okay, sorry. Okay, I've got this form you're going to get. It is from IRS and the Salvation Army. What things are worth that you donated? One man's overcoat up to $60. Did you know that? A woman's pair of shoes up to 25 or more. So this is a nice little list to have and look at and see. And it shows some appliances, et cetera, like that, what things are worth. Old electronics. What do I do with the stuff? Okay. Of course, One Green Planet, that's not too far from you guys. You can drop it off, but you can also give them a call, give them the description of what you have. They might come by. Most of the time, you just drop stuff off at them, and we'll give you the address and phone numbers and such. kingcounty.gov solid waste. There is a list there. And if you go to what I'm trying to get rid of, there's a little section there. It'll tell you where, what you can drop it off, electronics. Best Buy doesn't take very many things anymore. They used to take more before COVID, but that's, when you can drop some things off too. Earth 911. Earth 911, look at that website and you'll find all kinds of ideas what to do. And most of the donation places are taking electronics and stuff like that, just not great big ones. They aren't. One Green Planet, Best Buy, Earth 911. Yeah, I think that kind of covers it. Okay, pictures. We've got all these slides, we've got all these pictures. What do I do with these? Well, our family did something with them. They digitized them, but this was before all these companies were out there. And I always tell people, consider scancafe.com, iMemories.com, legacybox.com. They all do things that you want and will have it digitized, come to you, and you have a wonderful collection. I say, give it a $50 experiment, pick 50 pictures, and that'd be $25 or less. And maybe spend another $25 on the Costco coffee table book, and one of your kids or somebody could do the electronic part with you. But I will say, when my brother did it, he sent 5 huge tubs of pictures, movies, books, etc. And not books, but letters that our grandparents had written, our aunts and such like that. All that were in these things. And he sent them all and had them digitized. Cost $5,000. We were so mad that he did that. Why would you spend that kind of money on this? And blah, blah. Well, guess what? That Christmas, around the holidays, he got so many calls saying, thank you so much for doing that for us. Thank you. So I'm just saying you can, and there's great prices you can get from those monthly. They give some discounts and they'll send you some information on it. But having color correction on an old, picture or whatever is cool. And that's what they do too. And I will say, we moved a teacher. I don't know if she was in her 90s, maybe a little older than that, but she had all of this stuff. And we were helping her downsize. And it was so hard for her to let it go. So I thought, you know what? Where were you a teacher? Bellingham. Oh, okay. Put the stuff together. It was 2 yearbooks. She was there for many, many years. And letters, pictures of the kids, etc. She got the nicest thank you for doing that and sharing that with us. So pictures can really help lots of times. And broken electronics.
Wasn't there a service to charity or something?
Over at Desiree, I think that they are still doing it. I always try to follow up, especially with COVID, are we still doing this? Are we not? We'll send you that information on other places that you can send broken, dead electronics. For sure, One Green Planet will take it, for sure, But music, can we talk about music? One of my favorites. I will say vinyl is back in. It is really in and it is selling. And people are actually using it to, listen to their music. Vinylhub.com, we'll send it to you. That lists a bunch of places that will buy, sell, trade, music, or where you could go. Golden Oldies, Jive Time Records, the addresses and phone numbers will be on the list. But I will say, doing something with your music, if you think consignment works, it does work, but you have to take that box of records or CDs or whatever over to the place that might consign it. They're going to look all the way through it, and then you're going to take the rest home, unless they do donations. There's a couple places that do, but I will say, doing something with your music is definitely helpful and worth it, especially since the vinyl is selling. So the U District area has Golden Oldies, and Fremont has Jive Time Records. And worth downsizing, not just throwing them away. Just saying. But yes, you can possibly sell. They will definitely sell at estate sales and auctions. So how do we get started on this process? Okay. We have some resources for you. You call us. We'll give you the numbers in the next couple of vision. And I will say, we have all of those things. Like I have them right here now with me. We will send these to you. We will. The donation valuation, what things are worth for donating process. The downsizing tips. It's great. You can go down the page. It's on both sides of the page and it's perfect. Moving checklists and timeline. It starts out at, I think, at 6 to 8 months before the move, and then it goes down, what you can do in that time frame, which is wonderful. And how long do I keep my papers? My this, my that, how long? We've got a page in there for you to read through and go, oh my gosh, that's a good idea. Downsizing chart. Oh, Eric made that. Oh, that's my boss. That'll be in there to show you what to keep, what to toss, what to do, etc. It's a great chart. And the donation resource list. We've got one for you. We'll probably give you the Seattle one and maybe the East Side. Depends. We'll ask you which ones do you want. But it lists places to donate, all address and phone numbers, etc., and what they want, and an idea about shredding. Where can I get? There's right there on there is the atg.wa.gov or whatever it is. It's on there. And you'll find where they're doing free shred events. And it's on there. It is. So it's good. Okay. How HB Move Management works. Just call our office. Call us. Tell us what you need. We'll identify what you want done or need done, or give you, get it. Well, we can also send out a salesman as far as they can give you a bid for how much it is to move all this stuff or pack this stuff or whatever. So identifying your services that you need, you can tell us on the phone, this is the kind of stuff I need and whatever. And we can create a personalized plan for you. We can. And it'll give you help. Like you can have a family member, working alongside, because it's organizing together. We can coordinate the services. Like some of the people we recommend to you, we can coordinate that process. And we can actually coordinate and make sure you have a successful move. We can. I love that one. When's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So, so let's get started. HB Move Management. we can create that master plan to help you or assist, give you the tools, etc., sorting and downsizing belongings and selling, hooking you up with who will buy your stuff. We can do that. Who to call? And a lot of time we're going to need photos of that stuff. Preparing your home for sale. Sounds crazy, but we actually can. People have us come in, move things around because it'll make it look better for sale. They'll tell us or whatever. But we can help prepare it, organize it, downsize it, get things, into the garage or whatever. We can help you and work alongside you to do that. Floor planning a new apartment or the new place you're moving. We can. And yes, we can do a 1/4 scale one or let you do it. But we also have an actual size move kits. We've got the bed size bed, queen, king. We have, it's vinyl that is that size, and we put it on the floor in your new place, and you can see, oh, I don't need a king size. How about just a full size? And that kind of stuff. We can help with that kind. We also can refer you to realtors that we have worked with. We have all kinds of them. Packing your belongings. We can do your pack and unpack and the moving your stuff, unpacking it and resettling your new home like I was describing. Make that bed, put your stuff away, a bathroom that can function, a kitchen that can function. That's what we can do. We can help you with all of that. So here's our information. Email and our phone numbers. So do you have any questions or some more details I could give you?
Can you answer that? There's a question asking if there is a market for Fenton glassware.
I can sure find out. I'll call George Hunter. We work with him constantly, and I'll just ask him, is there a market for it? Who? He'll say exactly who. He's wonderful. George Hunter from Hunter's Antiques. I'll find out.
Okay.
What's another message?
Any other questions? Savannah, have you received any other email questions?
I have not. No, it looks like we are, yeah, that was our only question.
Okay. Well, they'll think of something and we'll get them the answers.
Yeah. And if anybody has questions when we're done with this presentation, you can still email them to me. I will make sure that Beth gets them.
I'd love to answer them.
Well, great. If there's no more questions, we just want to thank you again, Beth, for your incredibly informative presentation today. Everyone here, oh yeah.
Just a second.
Give us the number again.
Phone number again. 206-257-4314. Again, 206-257-4314.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And let's share this.
Oh. The reading list. They help. A lot of people like reading, and this, it coordinates what we said and solutions and such. It's kind of cool. It is.
So if we call, we can get all this information.
You call our office, we will get your, we're not going to do anything with your phone number or anything with your address. We will put this in the mail to you if that's how you want it, or, some people just want it online. But I will say, sending it to you and you have it there in front of you, and you will right then see the answers to a lot of questions that grew upon you. So we'll send it to you. Give us a call.
Okay, great.
Looks like we have. There's a question that says, how do we get the information? Again, all you need to do is contact us either via our website or send us an email or give us a call.
Give us a call.
We'd be more than happy to send materials to you, whether that be by mail, US mail, or by email.
Yes. Yes. And if you have some events coming up and you think, I just might need some coordination from somebody, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a move. Give us a call and describe to us what you need, and we'll find some solutions for you. That's what we love doing.
That's great.
All right. Any other questions for Beth?
Or my boss, Eric.
All right. I'm not seeing anyone, any more questions coming through the chat box. Feel free to take yourself off mute if you do have another question while we're wrapping up here. But I just wanted to mention that we will be sending out an email with an evaluation form to everyone, and we'd love to hear your feedback and any suggestions that you may have for future Zoom presentations. And
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Beth. We really appreciate your time today. And if anybody has questions about University House Issaquah specifically, you can give us a call at 425-557-4200. All right. Well, thank you everybody for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.